Hello, students, and welcome to your English language class. Today, we'll be reading the poem Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening, which has been written by Robert Frost. Now, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening is one of the finest poems of Robert Frost. Now, in this poem, woods refers to the distractions and temptations in the journey of our life. The poet tries to convey the message that in our journey of life, we should not pay heed to those outward temptations. We should stay focused on our goals and try to achieve them timely. We must fulfill our duties without wasting our time getting distracted by worldly temptations. Now, let us read this beautiful poem first. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Now let us read the first stanza, and I will explain it to you. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. Now, in this stanza, the narrator of the poem, now the narrator can be the poet himself. He's saying he stops by some woods or a forest on his way one evening. Now, the narrator knows the owner of the woods and he even knows where he lives. He is a bit relaxed thinking that the owner of the woods lives in the village and so he won't see the narrator trespassing or stopping here. Therefore, he can enjoy uh, or he can continue watching the natural beauty of these snow covered woods. So, this is the first stanza. Let us read the second stanza of the poem, which goes like this. My little horse must think it queer, queer means strange, to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. Now, in this stanza, the narrator is saying that his little horse, he has personified his little horse because animals we generally refer as it, but he's saying his or he. So, the narrator is saying that his little horse must be finding it quite strange that his master is stopping between the woods and the frozen lake because usually they stop near a farmhouse. Now, the narrator is also suggesting that the weather is cold enough to freeze a lake. By darkest evening of the year, the poet wants to say that this is the longest night of the year, the night with the most hours of darkness. So, it could be 21st or 22nd of December. So, this is the second stanza. Let us read the third stanza. He gives his harness bells a shake. Now, here he is talking about his horse to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. Now, in this stanza, the narrator tells that his horse is shaking its head, ringing the bell attached to its harness as if he is asking his master whether there is any problem, as it is unusual for them to stop by the woods in the darkness. And the only sounds which can be heard by them in this darkest night is the sound of the breeze and the snowflakes. So we can make out that it is dead silent in the night. And here is the final stanza of the poem. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Now, in this stanza, the narrator describes the woods using three adjectives, as you can see here: lovely, dark, and deep. Now, this means that he is enjoying the scene and wants to be there for long, but he has other responsibilities and other promises in life. He has to fulfill them, and he has to go a long way before he sleeps. So he cannot get the enjoyment for long and he has to move on. So this was the poem, and it is all about the distractions and temptations in the journey of our life. And we must not get distracted by the worldly temptations, and we must stick to our goals. And I hope you've enjoyed reading this lovely poem. Here's your homework. You have to write the poem beautifully in your fair notebook, and you also have to write the word meanings and question answers given in your textbook. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Thank you.